this is Brian here, and today's topic is about how I treat the pancreas. Now, we all know that the pancreas is the producer or is the keeper of insulin. It is where the insulin is stored. Now, what does the insulin do? Now, the insulin is the key. It is the one that sits at the receptor of the cell and opens up for glucose and then fat. Simple, the fat that has been broken down by the bile. Okay? Now, when you don't have enough insulin, it means you will have diabetes. In other words, if you don't have insulin production, if your pancreas does not allow insulin to get out, you will develop what they call diabetes type 1. Now, they are different, diabetes type 2 and then type 1. Type 1 is when your pancreas does not have the ability to produce or to let the insulin get out. Every time you have that, it means you will have to inject yourself with insulin. It's not that easy, not to everyone. But today I want to show you how you can fix the problem of the pancreas, or what I use to treat the pancreas problem. Probably it inflamed, it enlarged, the vessels or the channels are blocked. So this is one of the simplest ways you can treat the pancreas. What do I use? I use a pawpaw and then a pineapple. It should not be ripe because I want that latex. In that latex, there is what they call papain from the pawpaw, okay? And then from the pineapple, there is what they call bromine. Now, there are two elements here. Why the two? There are other things one can use to treat or to fix the pancreas. But the reason I use these two is that both of the elements from the pawpaw and from the pineapple cling onto one another, the bromine and then the papain, cling onto one another, not to let go. They have that way of attaching themselves together that every time they are moving into the digestive system, they are always together. Okay? Where do you get this bromine and then the papain? Now, the papain is from the pawpaw, latex, the latex that is coming from the pawpaw. Then the bromine from the stem. Inside the pineapple is that stem, but you can as well add the outer part of the pineapple. Okay? Now this is how I do it. So basically I get the pawpaw that is not ripe. So I simply cut it on its body, just like that. Now when you cut it like that, it gives out the latex. Now that is the thing I want. So I need that latex to come out such that I can use it. You cut it along like this, like that, and then it will start giving out that latex. In other words, as it gives out that latex, you can put it in the sun such that it dries up. When it dries up, it becomes a powder. So every time you want to make this drink, you only get the pineapple, cut it in pieces, and then put your latex in the pineapple. Now, you get the pineapple, and then you cut it. Now, the best part is that middle stem. So what I will do, I will go straight to the stem. So I'll cut it up and then take out the stem. It's what I'm after. Simply because the concentration of bromelain is high in the stem. So what you do, you cut it like this and then put it in a blender. So when you put it in a blender, you blend it well. After blending it, now simply because I don't have a blender right now, so this is what I will do. Cut them in pieces, tiny pieces. And then I'll get my papain. See, now you start slow, you don't have to rush. So take a few of them like that, and then leave the rest to dry. So you can leave this one to dry because now you can see how much I've taken from the purple. This is the mash I'm going to use, and then I'll put it in a glass of my pineapple. Now if you have a blender now, and just put it in a blender and then get a juice of it. Blend it like this. So try to do it as local as possible. See? Even if you don't have a blender, you can simply do it like this. Make this mix. And when you make this mix, you don't take it with food. So you take it an hour before food. In other words, when you take it with food, it will kind of disturb the hydrochloric acid that is in our stomach. Okay? And every time that hydrochloric acid is disturbed, digestion is not done well. Remember, digestion is when the food we eat is broken down in smaller particles that can be absorbed by the intestines with the help of the bile from the gallbladder and then from the pancreas. All is mixed up together, because in that food there is glucose, there is fat, there is everything that is needed by the cell to produce more cells. Remember, I told you we are made up of tiny cells. In other words, we are a combination of many cells. So simply what you do, you start eating this. My kids are begging some of it. Let me try to share. There. This is very good for digestion. Even the one behind the camera. That's it. Okay. Now, you don't have to rush. Take a bit of it, put in the pineapple, blend it all together, and there is one of the best treatments of the pancreas. And then gout, digestion system. Okay? Now, how does it help with the gout? Now, gout is a deposition of calcium onto the bone but not into the cell. In other words, there is vitamin D3 in this mix, and then vitamin K1, which will later be converted into vitamin K2 by the body. Isn't that amazing? Now, this is Juba Brian. Have a blessed day. That's how I treat the pancreas. It is one of the cheapest ways how you can also treat the pancreas. Have a blessed day. Bye.